Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome, I'm Sim UK. This is 2 Point Campus. This is the next edition after 2 Point Hospital. And the devs have sent me over a copy, which I'm ever so grateful for. I'm going to jump in, I guess. Let's just check the settings. Log level, every month, autosave, every change, blah, 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 blah. UI scale, medium. Right, let's go to screen. Yes, we're at 4K, 60 hertz ish. That's good, that's good, that's good. Frame limit, let's going to limit that to 60 because it makes my recording look smoother. Thank you. Very high graphics, looking very good. Texture quality, very high, perfect. Looks good to me. Right, it's been quite a while since I played this game. Let's jump in and see what it's all about. A few little stutters in there. I'm starting to think my system has got a bit of a problem. Did you know it's great outdoors? Spending time outside is an excellent way to improve student healthiness. Great places for people to enjoy spending time outside. I'm Albert Crank, your own personal advisor, and I'm here to help. You may not have any experience as a campus administrator, but the people at Freshleigh County College are eager to give you a chance. I'm not sure what that says about them, but hey, let's head to Freshleigh Meadows and get started on your academic empire. Surprised there's no voice acting for that. I hate it when there isn't. This countryside college has low expectations and a nice canal. It's the perfect place to start your career. This game is so funny. Campus Management 101. This countryside college has low expectations and a nice canal. I just read that. Literally just read that. God damn it. So one of the best things about the 2 Point series, of course, is the absolutely tremendous and totally hilarious rooms and items in rooms and the way that the characters interact with them and the way that the characters look. I don't think this is going to be any different. I'm wondering how woke they're going to be, or not, as the case may be. I think this could be hilarious for some and shocking for others. Until I play it, I don't know which way that's going to go, to be honest. Could be very interesting indeed. Come on, loading screen. Goodness me. Take your time much. As always, guys, I play the game unedited so you can see what the real gameplay experience is like. For example, long loading screens like this one. The stuttery video at the beginning, I feel like my system is not running optimally. So just ignore that. I think that might be my system and something I need to look at and get fixed. But we'll find out.
Something that one simply opens, like a savings account or a jar of pickles. Any self-respecting academic institution was doubtlessly opened long ago by dignified people who wore bowler hats and spoke via subtitle. The world is a creation of the past, and it is our job to keep it all going and try not to touch anything.
It does look and sound awfully British, doesn't it? Look at this. First day of school. Welcome to Freshleigh Meadows, where life moves slowly and expectations are lowly. The 2 Point countryside is the perfect place to start your career, learn the ropes, make mistakes, and hit the ground smiling. Course info. Scientography. Student intake 10. Okay.
Frequently asked questions. Yes, we are testing you.
Welcome to campus. Before you start churning out geniuses, you need to learn the basics of campus management. Try moving the camera and having a look around. So it's obviously a study hall where the students do their learning and whatnot. Zoom the camera, pan the camera, rotate the camera, pitch the camera. Done. First tutorial completed. Our campus is going to be running a scientography course. Let's start by building a science lab. 18,000. The science lab must be placed inside of a building. Okay. What scale? Does it tell me anywhere?
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
Your chicken should not be pink. Well, I think this makes for a wonderful science lab. So let's go there. Put the door in the corner. Splendid. Detail. The textures they use in this game is insanely good. Or are insanely good, I should say. Now that we're in an academic environment, I also use the Queen's English, like what the Queen does. So I'm really interested to see what happens here. Let's hire a teacher to run our first scientography class. Okay, let's do that. Let's hire Donald Poodle. Dry mouth, gets thirsty easily, gets hungry easily. He also worked in a hospital. 70% teaching skill. Where's he going? Where is he going? He's leaving immediately. Great work. We now have everything we need to run our scientography course. When you're ready, select Start next year to welcome your first year of students. Okay, here we go. So we've got to complete that, whatever percentage, 100% scientography classes. The students are arriving on campus. Are you nervous? Why am I nervous? Here they come, look.
I'm DJ Shorts, the host giving you the most on campus radio.
Oh, we got a new Gaslian in. Fantastic, man.
See if you notice
What
what
was
they do
that?
in the 9th bar in the 2nd verse. Oh, it's really
What was
something.
that thing?
We'll be back after this.
The academic year is starting. I hope you have a pencil.
So they're all coming in, and
New students, we're more afraid of you than you are of us.
right. So this guy's in his class. Should have centralized this a bit more.
For scientography,
Look at that. The students are in their very first class. Who knows what will happen? I don't know. I'm really excited to find out as well. So he's teaching them something. Now they're going to go practice what they've learnt.
you're starting in the science lab.
Okay, so this guy's creating some sort of whatever that is leveling up. Not sure what this guy's doing. He's got some sort of ray gun. As students learn, they gain experience points or XP, which will increase their academic level. Oh, he's hitting the thing with a hammer. It's just like when I went to university. It's exactly what it was like. Making a bit of profit, that's always nice. 54%. Looks like we're making good progress. Hey, hey, hey! Pick that up, kid. Can't make him pick it up. Damn. Okay, well everyone seems to be doing a pretty good job. Something's happening here. I'm sure nothing catastrophic is going to happen whilst...
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
Oh, hang on, what's this? He's made something purple. He's eating it. I'm not sure you should be eating that, mate. Keep an eye on this chap. Says he's feeling fine at the moment. His traits are bin blindness. There you go, there's proof of it. Just chucks it on the floor. In his defence, there are no bins. They did it. The students passed their first class. Sadly, they didn't do all that well. It seems a number of them were distracted by one need or the other. A student that has everything they need will be more happy, less distracted, and be able to focus on their studies in an enthusiastic and cheerful haze.
And preferably very lumpy.
A student's needs, such as their thirst or toilet comfort, will affect their overall happiness. Happy students perform better in class and earn more XP. Take a look at our students and see what we can do to improve the campus.
The longer you've been revising.
Okay, so they're making friends. That's a new thing. The key to campus hospitality is to remember the 3 R's. Students need somewhere to relax themselves, to rest themselves, and to relieve themselves. Sure, 2 of these might be the same thing. I was just thinking exactly that. But it does sound convincing. Let's do a dormitory and a bathroom to keep people comfortable. Okay, let's do that. Dormitory. So they're actually going to sleep at college. That's interesting.
Ask questions. Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on.
So it kind of looks like they're going to share a single wardrobe. Interesting. Or should we have some female beds? Yeah, let's do that. Let's mix it up. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from that little experiment. Definitely spending too much money here.
This is a test announcement, not a real announcement.
That takes me back to my cruise, that does. Right, I'm happy with that, I think. Now I need to build a bathroom. I think we could do something kind of small. Those. Two of those. What's this? Hand dryer.
To care about students.
Oh, I'm starting to think maybe those stutters are something else. Let's put a plant in there. Right, quite happy with that. Definitely spending too much money though, but never mind. Be worth it in the end. Did you hear that? I think our students might be hungry.
No,
Traditionally, campuses offer a range of food and drink to, sustain life. Let's add some vending machines instead. So what's this one? Cheesy gubbins machines. Food, toilet need, healthiness.
He'd done the revision, he'd set his alarms, but then, some hours later, disaster struck. It was as he finished his paper that he realised he hadn't been using a pen. He thought
if it were up to the students, I'm sure we'd all be living in our own filth. Luckily, there have been very little say in the matter.
With his hand.
Let's hire a janitor and place a bin to keep things nice and tidy.
It's a nightmare for so many of us. But today, it was Bertie's reality.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum.
Happy thoughts. Makes himself smile. 4% happiness. Boost movement speed. 5% movement speed. Let's keep him happy. Oh. So now I need to place a bin. Oh, that's a big stutter. Remember, this is pre-release, this game. Okay, I'm quite happy with that.
Photography lecture starting now.
Right, we're in a lecture. Fantastic. Let's see how the students do in their next class. Look at that for a second. Let's watch this guy. Yeah. I think we might have a few game issues here. Remember, this is a good week or so before the release of the game, so I'm sure they'll have this fixed pretty quickly. Why is he on his phone? So 2, he's asleep. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, hang on, what's he going to do here?
Don't know where your class is. Is it really worth going?
Mix them together. Now he's going to drink it. That's pretty crazy. Oh god. He says he's feeling fine. Maintenance guy. Oh, there's some plants in there already, look. I didn't realise that. Right, well, I think they're going to pass. She's up to level 4. Level 3. Level 4.
Frequently asked questions. No, you can't have an extension.
No, you can't have an extension. Cheesy gubbins. Well done, those students look smarter already. The better they do, the more money you'll have to fund the campus. Who's smart now? Yes, you receive tuition fees from all students enrolled in courses at the campus, as well as a bonus for how much XP they're earning. Fantastic. Satisfying student needs is just one way to improve our grades. Next on the agenda is a spot of studying. Luckily, the students have just been given their first assignments. Completing assignments is a great way for students to earn XP away from the classroom, though it looks like they need some new facilities. Check your inbox to see what they need.
County history with even more music.
Welcome to your inbox, a place to check on student requests, disaster warnings and upcoming visits. Some campus issues are time sensitive, so keep an eye out for new messages. You need a library. Ready? Yeah, I imagine a library is going to be quite a big room.
Is non-refundable.
Education is non-refundable. 6 by 8. I think it's going to work. A little study system in the corner. Big stutter. Big stutter. please. So I've made that library incredibly big. It only needs to be 3 by 3. I've made it much bigger. But never mind. We can always fix it later. Where's the tick button? There it is. Let's see what they use most. And if necessary, we can add more of this and that and the other. Unbelievable. Look at this.
Students are reminded
Darned
this
litter
is the
bugs.
fun part.
This is the fun part. Correct. Complete an assignment in the library. Okay. Who's going to do that then? This lady looks promising. No, no. I do feel like it's too big now. How do I rescale a room? I know you can do it. Just can't remember how. Edit room. There we go.
Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Ah. So I can't do it because of the door. I need to move the door. Is that going to work? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Right, well, that's that fixed. Then that actually makes more sense for the amount of students that we have. So that's good. Why is nobody in here? Assistant required. Oh, that's why.
Security breach. Please change your passwords. Sorry.
Boost library learning rate by 5%. Let's have her. Him. There we go.
You've been waiting for this, and now you have. I'm finally going to talk about the Boogie Nights. I'm sure I didn't need to tell you that I was actually in on the group of Funky Nights very, very early. And I thought they were a real bright spot in the county's music scene. But I must say, I'm just not enjoying them as much these days. I mean, really. I know I like them, but they just shouldn't be this popular. Another perfectly excellent obscure band ruined by too many fans. It's just selfish. It really is.
So many bands have been ruined by too many fans. It is true.
Clouds it with debt.
Hey, got an A. Fantastic. Good stuff. Let's see how the students do in their next class. Okay, where's their next class? Definitely feels a little bit unstable. Here we go. So these guys are already sort of learnt a few... What the hell's happened to her? Starting to look a bit like a clown. She's bored. Okay. So looks a little unstable at present.
Tuition fees are expensive, and education is priceless.
This guy's trying to figure out how to make fries, I think. What's he doing? Oh,
Are reminded.
two people on the same thing there. Bit of a glitchy glitch. Don't forget, this is before release, so these kind of bugs and issues and stuff will be ironed out. I wouldn't be surprised if I've got a little platform on which to sort of provide some feedback. Definitely got some stability issues though. Hopefully that'll be ironed out. Quite often you find when you're playing in 4K, things do get a bit janky with some games. Okay, so I was half expecting them to learn new things because they're sort of level 4 instead of level 1 now, but it seems to be pretty much the same. The students have gone from C-grade chumps to B-grade brainheads. Let's recap how you did, shall we?
We're sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
Educate. Provide better staff and facilities to improve your students' grades. Nurture. Make sure students are happy and comfortable to increase their learning rate. Expand. Earn more cash by growing your campus and enrolling more students. Pretty simple stuff. Congratulations, you've earned some kudos for completing objectives. Spend kudos to unlock new items as well as staff outfits and interior design options. Look at this now. It's getting a bit full on. Something is going to happen with that, I'm telling you. These guys are all submitting their assignments, I guess they're doing, or returning books. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. What's wrong with this girl? She's feeling peckish. Well, peck away. There's plenty of food about.
Skills are non-transferable.
Okay, let's put a bench down. Can't really squeeze two in there. Somebody used the bin for the first time. That's quite an achievement. So I remember from my own days at college and university, quite often you turn up for your lecture a little bit early and you'd be grateful of some seating so you can sit down and just wait for your lecture to start, or wait for your lecturer to turn up on some occasions. So that's pretty good. What else do we have here?
No unauthorized
Hand sanitizer. Never heard of it. Hygiene. What's this? Pearl of wisdom, as a wise clam once said. So that's what I was looking for, some water, but looks like we have nothing. Oh, hang on, we got some jobs coming in. Tree bench wanted. Tree bench. Yeah, we'll unlock it. And we'll put a tree bench right there. Perfect. In fact, we'll put 2 tree benches there. And then he's going to be very happy, right? Got to employ 5 staff members. 2 students want to relax in a student lounge. I don't think we have a student lounge yet, do we? Let's build a student lounge. Should we put it next to the library? That's probably a bad idea, isn't it?
frequently asked questions. No, I will not be your friend.
Student lounge.
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right.
That should keep them busy. We'll put a bin in there, obviously. drinks machine.
This is Harrison Wolf bringing you the Harrison Wolf Power Hour. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about colleges lately. Lots of study here, learn so-and-so, qualification this and qualification that.
Nice.
But let me tell you something they don't want you to know. It's a scam. All of it.
That's looking pretty cool. Look at that.
The dogs don't eat homework.
See what they get up to. Straight to the darts board. Yeah, good stuff. Wow, they're good. You should quit college and go play darts for a living. Oh, they're doing a lot of jumping around and cheering and a bit of dancing, bit of friendship. Quite sure what's going on, since nobody's actually playing darts. Having a drink, having something to eat, making a bit of a mess. Okay, seems pretty good. Average staff happiness is 60%, but almost there.
Students are reminded.
Got to build a staff room. Right, build a staff room. So we're making a monthly profit of 10 grand, that's fine. Car booth wanted. Car booth. I'm kind of anti doing that right now. I'm just going to ignore it. Let's come over here. Let's build a staff room. And we'll put the staff room by the library. That sort of makes more sense. Lots of couches. Put a bin in there.
Tuition fees.
What's this
may be
then?
spent on
Cubby holes.
bonuses.
How staff communicate. That's a good idea. And a plant. What else will they want? They're probably going to want a drink as well, aren't they? Put a table in the middle, and we'll put a lamp over there. That looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. Staff happiness is nearly where it should be. We need to hire 2 more staff. Let's have a look here. So we got a new teacher. Scientography required to teach. Yep. Comic timing makes people happy.
We've all been quizzed at
Perfect.
school, but what really...
You always remember the teachers that made you laugh, don't
Get a
you?
question, you
I
write
do,
down
anyway.
your answer, and then some bozo
go.
tells you that you're wrong.
Assistants.
Who's to say
Should we
that?
get another assistant?
What's so great about their answers? If we've all got the same answers, then what's the point of there being so
Go for
many
Lily
of us,
Crumble.
huh?
Why not?
I tell you,
Excellent personal hygiene.
kids take their tests. Not a real criminal kind of crime. of
So,
course.
level 3 science lab.
Majorly uncool. And that's
This is
kind
the
of
science
crime.
lab, right? So I got to get this up to level 3.
Will be
Environment
eaten
is
by
down a
me.
bit. So what can we add? That seems like a very good idea. Some plants. I do like to fill the corners with plants whenever I can manage it. We'll put a bin in there. See if it works. We'll put some hand sanitizer in there just in case. So I could unlock that with kudosh. How much kudosh have we got? 265. That cost me 150. Let's go for a whiteboard first. Seems pretty good to me. So we just need a bit more
Students are reminded
environment
to set
stuff.
reminders.
So that increases attractiveness. What else increases environment? bin. How does that work exactly? So it's gone up a very, very small amount. Ah, here we go. This is what we're looking for. So we need something kind of logical in the scientography department. Food group poster? I don't think so. Yeah, this looks good. Boom. Okay. More. We need more.
Frequently
Fill it full of posters.
No, I'm not seeing your frog.
Purple man poster. Why not? We're almost there. It's actually quite difficult to boost this up. Circuit board. Doesn't quite work, but we'll roll with it. How are we doing? So close. What else can I do? We have to unlock some stuff. Why is it such a mess?
I shouldn't have to tell you, but if Jumbo McNally's getting involved in something, you know it's bad. Jumbo University? Huh, what a racket. You can teach Mr. McNally a lesson by signing my petition to have him fired into space.
Plagiarism is not a belief system.
Oh, that brings it down. How frustrating. So hang on, the prestige is really high. Or is that just the name, Science Lab 1? Oh, so I've achieved that. What a buffoon. Here I am still trying to achieve it. More than double what I needed. Okay. So we need to complete 2 assessments. Fine. Did I put a bin in there? I did, but I should move it. Add another bin.
Students are reminded to find themselves. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you haven't noticed.
Complete 2 assignments. Students will send a request to your inbox when they need help with an assignment. Place the room or item they need, or wait for them to complete the assignment. We've got 1 of 2. Study cubicle required. Let's place the item. Put 2 in there. Look at that. So now I have to satisfy 2 personal goals. Monthly profit down to 4,000. That's not good. So what do I have to do here? Look out for emails from students with personal goal requests, or select students with that over their head to see what they want. Place items or run events to help students achieve their goals. Okay, well we've got 1 already.
Students are reminded to be...
Place social and friendship items around campus to encourage people. Oh, okay, that's it. End of year awards. Congratulations, you finished the academic year. Let's head to the end of year awards to celebrate and see how we did. God, blimey. I got so distracted by that room. I think I must have skipped about 25 objectives. Let's go. Next. 100% pass rate. Average exam results 84%. Pass rate is 100%. Okay.
Enjoy your summer.
So we got 30 course points. I guess that's good. The summer break is the perfect time to prepare for the year ahead. build facilities, make unsustainable design choices, and bask in last year's glory.
To do.
Let's expand our range of courses by starting a virtual normality course. Manage courses. Add a new course, virtual normality. A new era of technology is here, and it's sure to redefine the way you think about goggles. Students can experience being where they're not, like never before. Discover new worlds or practice tying your shoes, all in the comfort and privacy of the virtual realm.
Foundation.
Do it.
Who needs purpose when you've got the orb?
So I need another lecture theatre. Soon we'll have another group of students joining the campus. It's important to expand with our ever-growing student body. Buy a new plot for your second year on campus. Oh, right. Okay. That looks good. Empty, 15,000. With buildings, 20,000.
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Not
If it's not on your CV, it didn't happen. Okay, so I could put another lecture theatre here. So let's see here. Lecture theatre. So it's got to be 4x4. Which that is. Just. Before starting a new year, be sure to check any unresolved campus requirements. Okay. There is so much information on screen, it's kind of difficult to keep up
the campus just got bigger,
with all of it.
not necessarily better.
Just got bigger, not necessarily better. That's a little bit skew-whiff. Do I care? Happy. Yes, I do. Okay, let's put some plants in there. Okay, so now we need a VR lab. So let's plonk a VR lab in. How big does a VR lab have to be? 5x4. I'm thinking that can go there then. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Stick that as much in the middle as I can.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water, remember?
Okay. That's a VR Lab V1, version 1. So this room, I think we're going to buy a bin. And yeah, let's put a study desk in there.
You ever thought about why they're so keen to teach us to read? Think about it. So we can read what they write. Well, it makes so much sense when you think about it. It's just another way for them to control us. That's why I only trust the Daily Disorder for my news. They take the regular news and turn every word into an anagram, breaking down the code. You can't understand a thing. It's perfect.
Virtual normality teacher. Okay, let's get this guy hired.
Thank you.
Virtual normality teacher, 29,000. You'll have to do, Kevin. Toilet comfort decreases slower than most. Excellent personal hygiene drops litter. Well, you'll fit right in here then. Start the academic year. Let's do it. Are you sure you want to start the year with the following courses? Yes.
Taking students for virtual normality.
So now I need to pass a virtual normality class with grade C. Alrighty. Same students, huh?
Timetable is not written in stone. Still,
Student lounge wanted. But you have a student lounge.
students should check in before trying to learn.
Interesting. So we've already achieved 1 star. That's pretty good. Classes are scheduled for each course throughout the year. Oh, here's the new students, look. Oh, crikey. It's quite a lot of extra students. I'm wondering if we have enough beds. Maybe we should go for a dormitory. Start with one of these. Kind of works. Block off that window, nobody will mind.
Announcement. Hitting the box doesn't mean what you think it means.
Hitting the books does not mean what you think it means. I like that, that's funny. Pretty sure I don't need this many wardrobes in reality, but we do need somewhere for students to stay, so kind of makes sense to have it done. What's this? Textbook cubicle required.
There's a fly in here.
Okay, that's one thing. What else? What else? What else? So we're making 17,000 a year. That's good. She needs a textbook cubicle. We've already got a couple of those, haven't we?
You think I got into radio because of some fancy piece
Different
of
coloured
paper?
chair.
No,
Okay.
sir. Radio is pure jazz, man. It's alive and unpredictable. You can't just learn it. Sure, you could pay some big shot to tell you which buttons to press and when.
Oh, they're in.
And that's fine.
What goes on
That's
here?
not
then?
radio. Not really. Here's another previously scheduled song. that
Oh,
the
that's
radio
the
shows.
that's the thing. What's this bit then? I'm thinking we should definitely have more than one of those.
Students are asked not to ask questions.
Oh, it keeps clicking on the VR platform instead of the class. There we go, right. What's this thing? Excellent. So with 3 of those in there, we should theoretically, actually I could squeeze 4 in there quite easily. That should help them learn quicker, right? That's not what I wanted. Oh, achievement unlocked. Piazza Lanatra, new campus unlocked. This must be frightfully exciting for you. The people of Freshleigh now have a second thing to be proud of. To go with their canal. Bully for them. Congratulations and so on. Still, don't be too complacent. This is only your first campus and frankly, it shows. So the coffee kiosk, nice. Whale fountain, hot dog kiosk, and obviously the new location. Fantastic.
The administrator is reminded to stay hydrated.
I'm going to stick with this just a little longer because I desperately want to get 3 stars on everything. Like my better half always does. She's so good at this game. She's so good at the first game, and I suspect it's going to continue on into this game as well. There's a lot of technology in there. Could do with a little bit more space, but I think that's pretty good. what are we supposed to be doing? We've achieved all of those. We've got to earn 150,000. We're almost there. Campus level 9. Okay. Satisfy 10 personal goals. Let's do the love bench. Where does the love bench go? Goes outside.
Stupid.
Oh, someone's into their love, aren't they?
Here's a question from Kevin and Flattering. Hey Harrison,
What's
what was
next?
your favorite project?
Park
in school?
bench wanted.
Well, it's a good question, and you gotta remember, just because education is a scam doesn't mean all those teachers are bad people. So, to answer your question, I used to
Wow,
like
look,
making
I'm
the little...
making 26,000 a
It's
month.
pretty
That's
trippy
good.
to learn that volcanoes are full of
A group of
vinegar,
prospective students are interested in Scientography and hoping to visit the campus.
right? I don't know, but that's what they ought to be teaching us, man.
Let's do it. Car booth. All right, I tell you what, we're going to have the car booth. Not quite sure where. Maybe there. No, it can't go there. Put the car booth there. It's kind of cool, isn't it?
Visitors should be checked in and then removed immediately.
Right, so this is what I wanted to start boosting what we have on campus. I'm just trying to think of a good place for this. This looks good. Weird how it can't go flush, but I suppose that makes sense actually. So we'll have that there. We'll have a bin next to it. So I need to hire somebody to work there. So these are all janitors, right? Let's get another janitor in. These are the guys visiting. They seem quite happy. So hang on, what does this need? Oh, hang on.
Staff are reminded to be...
Oh, just a general assistant. Okay. Right, perfect. Perfect, perfect. I think we're doing quite well. What else have we unlocked? Oh, that was the wrong button. What else have we unlocked? Ah, the coffee machine. Oh my god, that thing is enormous. Right, well, it has to go near... Has to go near the staff room, I'm afraid. Actually, no, let's keep it there. It's working out. A bat poster wanted. All right, let's put a bat poster in here.
Hard work may...
Gosh, we're absolutely smashing it now. 2 Scientography students. Yes, yes, yes. We're making loads of cash right now. It's going very well. Notice nobody's sleeping over here, which is a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Let's make a shower room. Shower room there.
I never went to college. At least, I don't remember going to college. Anyway, I turned out just fine. Join me at the same time tomorrow, when the day sun goes bye-bye and the spooky white beach ball casts down its dark favor on us all. Good night.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you.
All right, I think we're doing pretty well. Really boosting the campus level. We're up to level 6 now. We'll keep going, we'll keep going. I've got to stop pressing that button. That's not helping me at all. I'm thinking a bathroom over here might be a good idea. Stick it there like that. Kind of works. So we'll put 3 toilets in there. Put a sink in. Put a bin in.
Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
And right. Put a plantage. Hey, we're up to level 7. Fantastic. We're going to be there in no time. It's going very well. Very well indeed. A bit messy in here, isn't it? Kind of expect that, actually. It's the students' room after all. Right, what else do we have? What's going on over here? A county map. Great work. Freshleigh Meadows now boasts a first-rate academic facility. Head to the map from the pause menu and decide where next to set up campus. Okay, don't rush me. A rose garden for 250. Yeah, let's unlock it.
Distracted students should pretend that they're listening.
What else do we want? Tell me. So we're making 14,000 a year. That's okay, considering we're spending quite a lot of money on new buildings, etc. Okay, what else can we build? Science lab. We've already done that. Campus building, VR lab, science lab, library, lecture theatre, bathroom, student lounge and dormitory. Okay, I think we've got everything. And almost there. We've got to get the campus level up to 9 though. It's a little trickier. Present bench wanted.
If it's
Sure,
not
why
on
not?
your CV, it didn't happen. Not
Why not? What does this guy want? He's pretty happy. Pretty happy overall. Campus level. Right, what can I do to boost the campus level? Can we maybe get in a couple more teachers? Let's see what we got here. What's this? Inspirational speaker motivates students to work harder. Seems like a good idea. Definitely. Campus level still not going up. I need to find something that's going to boost campus level a bit. Statement January 19,000. That's not bad.
reminded to find themselves.
We are spending quite a lot on the faculty right now. So I'm guessing this. Oh, hello. What's going on? So we're mostly A-grade students. That's really good. Energy levels are low. I wonder what I could do to fix that. Pippa McGuffin. Pippa McGuffin. So she's just tired. Healthiness is low. Assistant needed in library 1. Okay. Let's get another assistant then. Sophie Riddle. What's this? Comic timing makes people happy. Perfect. We'll have you. So we've nearly done this. You're struggling to boost the campus level to 9. There's got to be something I can put down to boost campus level.
Radio. Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Today I balanced two
Did that help?
jauntily on my one singular head.
Recommended.
Regular
Okay,
disc jockey
recommended
hat
items.
is joined by my
What's this?
occasional chef hat.
Fountain of knowledge. Knowledge is power and ignorance is
2 Point
bliss.
County, as I recount my latest culinary travels when I set out to find the finest foods our
Nope,
great
that
county
didn't put
has
anything
to
up
offer.
either. Ah,
Just
water. Let's unlock
100 enemies
that.
hatchback. It's a tale as old as time.
That's a jolly good idea.
Janitor required for groundskeeping. Thank you.
Maybe I need another janitor as well. I actually don't know where to put this. I guess there's a good spot. Maybe there. Yeah, okay, quite happy with that. So what about this one? Yes, a wizard machine game playing type thing. Can I put it in there? I can put it in there. Fantastic. Except I've got no space. What I'll do is pop it there. I'll keep them entertained. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. What's this? Clown dresser. Can you introduce me as Jojo McBiscuits? Okay, so that's going to cost 450. What does that do, though?
Announcement. Hitting the box.
I have seen someone who's dressed like a clown, so I kind of feel like... Oh, that's not even there. Okay. Seating, entertainment, decorative, relationship items, everything. Okay. Right, well, let's hire another janitor. Merrill McGrail moves faster than most. Toilet comfort decreases slower than most. Gets hungry easily. That's fine. These are not big problems. We're up to level 8, so we're doing something right. We're improving things slowly and surely. Definitely do more with this room, couldn't I? What kind of things can we have in here? Ah, the weird clown thing.
Staff are reminded to be inspirational.
We're expecting a weed infestation on campus. What kind of weed are we talking about there? Fit that in. Some posters up there, surely. It's going to boost the dormitory up somewhat. Still not quite there, though. Still not quite there. We have to think of something. Something we're not doing, or something we haven't got.
Plagiarism is not a belief system.
I think that's going to help me. Pearl of Wisdom. I'm sure we've got one of those already. Palpitation machine. A bushel of orange stuff in every can. Drink. Need toilet. Provides energy boost. Ah, but we've run out of kudos. Kudo cash or whatever it's called. Smoothie kiosk wanted. We haven't got enough kudosh.
The culinary world.
Family tree wanted. Not enough kudosh. Neon guitar.
There are smells. There's a
Yes,
chance
virtual
you'll get
normality.
lost.
Yep,
After
we'll
a
take those
series
on.
of wrong turns, now 60 miles off course, I was treated to the first food of my trip. A wondering puffed pastry and something I believe to be meat. The buttery sausage-style matter mingled playfully with hints of pine from my air freshener. It was unexpected. It was dangerous. It was cold in the middle.
Students are reminded to be in 2 places at once.
be in two places at once. Right, so potentially some new students coming in. That's always good. Monthly profits are up. Okay then, that's all very, very good. Monthly profits 7,795. That's actually quite low. Any kudos? No. Earn kudos for your whole organisation by completing objectives and challenges. Use it to unlock items, staff outfits, and rune customization options. Damn. Do students have a personal goal? What do they want? Yeah. So I need to just get the campus up to 9, but that I can... what kind of things increase? Maybe this. Does that help? I think that's boosting things, so definitely a step in the right direction. Whatever kind of. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. An arcade machine there. I should have really turned this into like a student.
If you don't know where your class is it really worth
One of these things. What does that mean? It doesn't look overcrowded. There's seating for everybody. I don't think it's a problem. Plenty of space in there. I could do much more with that. Come on now. Think. Think. What can I do? Stop pressing that button. Yeah, I guess a bit of greenery. Must be perilously close.
that you came here on purpose.
Bin. I think a bin might be a good idea.
If you ask me, Hogsport boasts the finest milkshakes in 2 Point County. At the Oily Cormorant, they'll serve you a traditional malt in an old leather boot and throw in a salt and vinegar egg. You just cannot beat it. Milkshakes are a great tradition. They're in our blood. In fact, I once received medical attention after enjoying a few dozen shakes. I was told that my blood was over 60% ice cream. How we laughed.
That's very funny. So we got 10 kudos for something. I'm not quite sure why. There's so many things. Open day report. We've got 2 more applicants. Not enough kudos. Black flower planter. Still making profit. Still making profit is good. 2-way arcade table. That's a lot of kudos, that one.
Frequently asked questions. No, your chicken should not be pink.
Complete 3 assignments to unlock something or other. Get some more kudos points. What the hell else do they want me to do here? Maybe I could boost this a bit. I haven't really done much in here. Got drinks machines. That increases attractiveness, does it? Makes no sense to me, but we'll put it in. Hey, maybe they'd like to play a bit of dance. It's not a bad idea. Tea table. Yes, we'll unlock a tea table. Most assuredly.
university, gives you a bright future, and clouds it with debt.
That's so true. So true. Right, well. Statement, 12,000 a month. 2-player game table wanted. Oh my gosh. Not enough kudos, I need 10. I've got none. Oh, I used it on the tea table. What on earth? Employ a bigger, more qualified faculty. Let's try that. Let's try getting another teacher.
It's too late to start trying.
This guy seems really good. Bomb. Still not enough, huh? Still not enough. What's going on here? Experiment station required. I'd love to do it. If I could just get hold of 15 kudos, I could do it. But we're going to struggle, I think, a little bit. What level is this room? Why does it always go to the platform? So it's a level 3 prestige room. Oh, we did it! I don't know how. It just happened. Your campus is certainly better than it was, but I'm left wondering, why didn't you make it this good the first time? Just something to ponder. $2,000 and 150 kudos and a bath time statue.
It's affordable.
All right.
Just like Mama used
10 A-grade classes. I think we're going to do that quite easy. Students graduate.
To stay hydrated.
The academic year is over and results day is here. The end of year ceremony will commence shortly. Let's see if we did it. 100% pass rate. Campus of the Year Award. So, Freshleigh Meadows, 2 point. We got average environment attractiveness and average room prestige level 4. Pass rate 100%, 30 continuing, average exam results 82%.
The end of year results.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Luck won't help you now.
That is pretty good. Statement, 23,000 a year, that's nice. Right. So I'm going to hold on to my kudos cash
Must vacate the campus.
and focus on sort of making this work. So we now need to have 2 science labs.
The summer is
Interesting.
a good time to relax and prepare for next year.
And I think the only place we can put another science lab is over here. No, it's not going to fit. Blast. Five by 5, right? So it has to be that size. What's going on there? Being right proper awkward, that was. Okay. Cool. We need 2 VR labs.
Talking on campus.
I wonder if I could just squeeze a second one in there. That'd be kind of handy. There's a VR lab. Yes. We'll put it there, otherwise it makes no sense. It's pretty cool that you can squeeze it in that tight. They're not in alignment, but never mind. Right. Scientography teacher, so I need another teacher. Terry Trellis, 28,000. Oh, there's a few more down here. Wrong type. Gets thirsty easily. Move slower than most and drop litter. That's Terry. Terry for the win.
Ricky Hawthorne.
Start the next year.
I'm a huge fan of Yeti cuisine. Yes, our neighbours to the
We got
north
50 course
really
points.
make their way
Let's manage
around
courses.
their
Let's add another course.
stews and pickles.
Oh, there's 0 courses available. Okay, well,
And of course, their pies.
there goes that idea.
Make the boldest
Straight into the
entry
3rd
after
year
all.
then.
And it is freezing up there. You really must try it. It's the food of the people, and those people are Yetis.
So this is working out really well, but I feel like I should make that a room.
Lovely.
Can I make it a room over the top? Can I just go like that?
The timetable has now been published. Schedule your lives
Do you
accordingly.
want to sell 9 invalid items? See, they're not invalid items though, are they?
Make a good first impression. No pressure.
Kind of the problem there. Okay, looking pretty good.
Maintenance announcement. Plants need water. Remember?
Fantastic. It's not quite as good as what we had, I don't think. I wonder if I can squeeze a bit more seating in there. Yeah, I don't want to waste that kudos. I want to keep that on students completing their courses and such. Quite happy with that. It's kind of weird and unconventional. Perfect for young students. Yeah, let's just whack ourselves a
Ask
little bit.
questions. No, I will not be your friend.
Keep that in there. 10 A-grade classes are scheduled for each course throughout the year. Make sure there are enough rooms, teachers and equipment to keep your class running. I think there are. Loads of space here for more stuff. Let's just make sure they've got a little bit of everything. Now, there was something that somebody needed here, wasn't there? Momentum marbles requires science lab. So, yes. Stick that. There. So now somebody can complete their training. Clown trunk
I
wanted.
was famished when I arrived at the Royal Tumble Hotel. So much so that I took advantage of my kitchenette and feasted greedily on some toast. When I returned from a walk, I was stunned to find it all
Kinda goes well with that,
being
doesn't it?
decrumbled. The bed was made and the toilet
Keep her happy.
spotless. Every sign of life had been washed away. You've got to
Average
ask
happiness,
yourself,
70%.
have I really been staying here? Indeed.
We don't have
Do I
any
exist
graduation
at all?
yet, but it's a bit early.
Lovely stuff.
This guy looks happy.
This is a test.
He's got the giggles.
Not a real announcement.
Okay, cool. So let's have a look here, see that, this one, that one. Grade. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got loads of grade A students. There's a couple of people failing. It's not necessarily good. A lot of people seem to be running out of energy, I've noticed. It's good monthly profit, that is. 2-player arcade table, that will cost me a lot of kudos. I've only got 110, so I'm not doing it. You have to suffer without it, I'm afraid. Right, we've got 3 out of 10.
Yes, we are
Grade A.
testing you.
No students graduated just yet. It's okay. We are getting there slowly. Right, let's watch some animations. We haven't seen some of these. Let's try and find something that somebody's doing. So these guys are making friends. Cool. Now he's running off to his lesson. Splendid. Nice, we just leveled up.
Doctor, return to the hospital. Thank you.
To return to the hospital, that's funny. Okay, so what are we lacking? What do people want? Tell me. I'm very tempted to do the neon. Oh, there we go. Improve student grades by keeping students happy, providing better teachers in classrooms and making sure they can complete self-study assignments and private tuition. Student happiness, 71%. Assistant needed in library 1. Get ourselves another assistant then. She makes people happy and entertained. I'm gonna go with this guy.
This
So,
trip was
I'm
all
thinking
about regional delights and cultural
this was working pretty
differences.
well.
One man's casual vol-au-vent is another's world-shattering epiphany. The people of Smogley have been crusting and dusting their fish for as long as anyone can remember. But at the recently opened What's the Batter, they use
What's
a
the
unique
batter?
cheesy gubbin crumb. Ho. I can safely say that it was the cheesiest fish this DJ had ever eaten. That's a winner.
Cool. I think that's going to work quite well.
May or may not.
Frees up a bit of space over here. That's cool. That's a better use of that space, I think. Alright, so what do you recommend I add then, game? Tell me. I quite like that. So everything seems to be ticking over quite nicely. It's just a case of, being patient. This guy's in here fixing the toilet. That didn't take 2 seconds. Is anyone using this? They are, look.
If you hear this, please drink some water. Thank you.
So they're falling in love, these two guys. That's kind of cool. I'm a bit concerned because there's some beds over here. How in love are they going to become? Keep an eye on them. So yeah, everyone's doing well. Coffee and hot dog areas working out quite nicely. People have got somewhere to sit. It's looking really good. People are just hanging out by the drinks thing. That's cool as well. I might chuck a couple of seats in over there. If I can remember how to do it.
Unattended sandwiches will be eaten by me.
And me. Okay. Loads of seating for everybody. We've got 6 out of 10 classes that are grade A. What's this? That's prestige level 6. That's prestige level 2. Let's boost this up.
I enjoyed my trip around this wonderful, mysterious county of
For some
ours.
recommended
But for now,
items.
all of this talk about food has made me hungry. So
Posters
I'm
are
off to the
always
fridge to take out the first thing I find and cover it in mayonnaise. Until next time, I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Cheers!
Oh. New applicants, we'll take that. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Assistant needed in Library 1.
Students
Again?
are reminded that this is the fun part.
So their energy levels are pretty low. Who's the least happy? Ah, salary increase. Yeah. That's not cheered her up, though. Interesting. So Horatio White is our most qualified teacher. But their energy levels are really low.
Students are reminded that I'm not your mum.
So I'm wondering if we need another Scientology. But we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've only got 2 classrooms, so maybe. Let's try grabbing one more, see what happens. Trevor Riddle looks good. Oh, Peter Bird looks excellent. It's got Peter Bird. Who else should we get? Missy Bottomley. All the same price. Weak bladder. Gets thirsty easy. Poor personal hygiene. Toilet comfort. Oh God. Amy Higginbottom. Moves faster than most. Perfect. Let's get her in. Pretty sure that's going to fix everything. How's this room looking now? It's a level 3 prestige. Just try and boost it a little higher. Last, it won't fit. Oh, hang on. It will fit in that corner. Which is a little weird, but we'll take it. So I think what we need are some plants. Yeah, that's helping. That's helping. That's it. Level 4 prestige. Perfect. Quite happy with level 4. Level 4 stuff is always good. That's a level 5. That's a level 3. So we need a couple of plants in there just to boost that up. Boom, level 4. Perfect.
Sorry for the litter that you... Oh, sorry, that's mine.
That does catch me on that one. It's only a level 2. That's very close to being a level 3. Let's add something that beautifies it. It's not going to work in here, no? Invalid room for that poster. Why show it to me then? It's weird. Will that help? nearly pushes it up to level 2, doesn't it? But that's not the problem. I thought that was going to do it. Didn't. I just put the same poster up.
To have the time of their lives.
What else can I do? Let's do that. That's cash coming in. Let's put a sunflower in here. Oh, how is that not level 4 right now? There it is, level 4. Right, what's this one then? This one, I think, is probably less than level 4. Let's check it out.
Staff are
Room Prestige is level 3.
students.
How is this not level 4? Kind of weird. You know you want to be a level 4 room. It's got everything it needs. Oh, it's a level 4. We've done it. Okay, good. Right, this classroom. What are we up to? Very tricky. Click on the room sometimes. It's level 2. That's really low. That's not helping. Jam loads of posters in there. We're so close to making that level 4.
Not seen your frog.
There it is, level 4. Let's do the same. What we need to do is start creating blueprints, I guess.
Sir Nigel Bickleworth. Cheers, cheers! On 2 Point Radio. Forget
That's level 4.
and give in to the saccharine melodies of my voice. I am Sir Nigel Bickleworth, and you may not know it, but
Yes.
you just made a wonderful decision.
So all of the classrooms are level 4.
Town.
The libraries are level 4. Everything is level 4. So we just need 10 students to graduate, and we've completed this. Upgrade a course. Earning course points by expanding your campus and increasing your campus level. Spend points on the course management screen at the end of the year to upgrade or run new courses.
Tuition fees are expensive.
Upgrade a course to level 4.
Education is priceless.
Oh! Why not? But we've upgraded 2 classes. I'm not really sure what that does, to be honest. What does that do? Applicant 17, student intake 17, max qualification level 4. That puts it up to 5, but I can't do it because I only have 5 course points. Okay, I get it. So I shouldn't have split the costs there, but we'll do that next time. So at the end of the year, which is fast approaching, we should have easily 10 students graduate, and then we've just got to upgrade a course to level 4. I think we can do it. Yes, 2 applicants. We'll take a yes on that. What's this? There we go. Scientology bookcase. Okay, now they can pass their course. That's excellent. Still making profit. That's all good. Not enough kudosh. we're down to our last bit of kudos. Are there any that we can afford? Just that one. Let's do the one we can do, because we're nearly the end of the year. Going to get some new kudos pretty soon. Makes people happy.
Skills are non-transferable.
Oh. Meat wizard. Interesting. I haven't seen anyone go near either of these things yet. You probably have if you've been watching. But I think everything at level 4 is pretty good. We're achieving all of our necessary targets. We're doing very well. Average happiness is just above 65. 73% is a bit low. Select a student or staff member and view their needs page. Okay, let's grab you randomly. Needs. Energy. Toilet comfort. Drink, healthiness, and hygiene. Room prestige 80%, attractiveness 76%. So what's wrong with this room?
We'll be talking
Room
about
prestige is
our
only
modern
3.
beat combo, a group that call themselves
fix this up.
the Helium Baboons. I must admit, while it may not be my usual cup of beef tea, for contemporary mindlessness, and that's what this is, it was not as bad as most of today's dudge and drivel.
Extra window.
Helium Baboons. Not as bad as I
Do I want to unlock a poster?
Out of a
I'll say
possible
no for now.
Staff are reminded that dogs don't eat homework.
Right, now that's a level 4 prestige room. So that must be improved, right? Let's put one poster in there. Let's put one poster in there twice. So we're almost up there to the perfect level of environment. Oh, we are so blooming close. We've got a couple of kudos points. Let's buy another poster. What? Can't afford those. Darn. Partition walls. I wondered what that was. Can't do it because we don't have the kudos points.
No, you can't have an extension.
Microscope. That's a problem. We haven't got enough kudos to place a microscope, I'm sorry. You have to wait for the students to graduate to get some more kudos. Suggestion box, complete 3 assignments. I think that's going to be okay. Bring in a little bit of kudos, there you go. Up to 10. We need 150, that's so much. 100 for that one. Virtual normality bookcase. Have we got enough space for that? Well, I think we do, but remove the plants. So the library is starting to feel quite small.
Students are asked not to ask questions.
Don't ask questions. How's this room doing? Prestige level 3. Let's get some posters on the wall. Damn. What else could I put in there to boost? Nothing really, just...
stupid questions will make you look stupid.
It certainly will. It'll also make you smarter. So keep asking stupid questions, guys. I can't do any more with that room. Done everything I can.
Where we take some finely dried hearsay from our shameless county.
That's
and
also
save
level
it
3.
For all the
It's
precious
really
notes we
disappointing.
can. Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge is under scrutiny for describing 2 Points youth as ambitionless nitwits, and I can see why. I can only hope that it's an abridged form of the full quotation. It would be remiss of him to forget that they are also loud, foolhardy, crass, smelly, and generally hopeless.
So close to being a level 4, but it's not quite. What about this room? It's level
almost
5.
the end of the academic
Smashing that out the park.
in case
What about
you
this room?
noticed.
Level 5. Level 4. Level 4 I'm happy with. Level 7. Wow. 23 students are assigned to that room. Does seem like a lot. Wish I could do that. How close are we to the end of the year? Very close. Very close indeed. Okay, we've got Winged Serpent. Yeah. Oh, look, we can almost do this one. We can almost do this one. 15 kudosh. Hang on, we do have 15 kudosh. So we have to squeeze that in.
Your food is cold because the oven wasn't on.
That's okay, because we got it, and it's all good. I could actually make this room quite a bit bigger, and this room, actually.
Summer break would be a convenient time
We've done it!
for construction.
The academic year is over and results day is here. The end of year ceremony will commence shortly.
End of year results are now
Manage
available.
courses. That's
No
upgrade.
unauthorized panicking.
We can't do it. Why not? How many points? 25. We've got 30.
Enjoy your summer. I know I will.
So it looks like we need to have more classrooms and stuff. 100% pass rate. 2 student relationships. King of Hearts. Average environment attractiveness 80%. Average room prestige up to 5 now. That's very good. Okay, 100% pass rate. 18 graduated. 32 continuing. Average exam results 82. I think we did pretty well. Did we get 3 stars? I don't think so. So if we manage courses, I cannot squeeze that up because we've only got 5 course points. Can I add a new course? Changes will become active next academic year.
Tuition fees may be spent on administrative bonuses.
Right, so I need more space. So how do I buy more land? How do I buy more land?
Beaver from Bungle. The small car that makes the little things feel bigger than they are. It's a perspective thing.
How do I buy another plot of land? Can I buy another plot of land? Ah, I can, yes. It's quite a big plot. With buildings, 20,000.
Security breach. Please change your password.
Let's do it.
Sorry.
So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say, copy the room. I'm just going to slam it straight in there like that. No problem whatsoever. Oh, that's weird. There's a bit of outside space. Okay, I can work with that. Nearly there?
Announcement. The campus just got bigger. Not necessarily better.
Oh, invalid items. What got sold? Okay. That's that done. Oh no, I didn't need another classroom. I needed another teacher. I needed another VR lab. Oh, that's incredibly frustrating. Can I sell that room? That's got rid of that. Instead, let's click on this. Let's copy that room.
Visitors
Where the
should
door
be
is.
checked in and then removed immediately.
Okay, that looks good. VR lab. Let's go for the one that's higher ranked, which I think is this one. And I reckon we can squeeze that in over here. Perfect. So we just need one more virtual reality teacher. And this teacher looks really good. Poor personal hygiene drops litter. Blessing in disguise, though.
And now, for the results of last week's sonnet writing...
Excellent personal hygiene, level 3.
Say I was appalled, if not surprised. They were lacking
We're ready to start the
structure,
academic
they
year.
were lacking soul. Some of
15
the
course
names know when
points.
I am from a dactyl. We'll be rolling the competition on to next week, so send in your...
Are you sure you want to start the year with the following courses? Yeah? I don't think I have any more courses available, do I? So I have to go with it.
Students are reminded that there's no such thing as free time.
Let me think. Not enough kudos. Okay. That's really disappointing. We're just going to start the next year then, I guess.
It's not your year, it's just another year.
All I need to do is upgrade a course to level 4, and we're in the bag.
Students should check in before trying to learn.
It's the Prestige level 4 room. How do I move that room? There we go. I tell you what, the editing tools in this game are superb. You really do tick a lot of
The
boxes.
more you revise,
Level 4
the
prestige room.
revising.
All good. All good. Let's copy this room. Should we squeeze this in? Let's squeeze this in. This side. Behave yourself. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. So I guess we can just kind of speed through the year. Student lounge, prestige level 7. Let's just slow this down again. That's almost level 7.
Know where your class is?
Quite level
Is it
7.
really worth going?
What can we do to make it level 7? Some posters. It's got to be posters, right?
My respect for those that choose chivalric and knightly pursuits. Well, it's really very large. The Bigglesworths, after all, come from a rich and
Prestige level
prestigious line of
6.
people on and
There's no
near
rugs,
all
I've noticed.
That being said, feudal aristocracy
What if we
used
do with
their
a few more
hands
rugs?
far too much for my liking. The swordsmanship, the adventuring. Have you ever held a lance? It's a chore. If you're so
There it is,
good,
level
why
7.
are you doing all that work? Rule smarter, not harder.
31,000. Nice. Still not enough. I'm more concerned about people passing their courses because that's what earns us the most money and such. So we need another 60 kudos.
There's a fly in here.
Cash points. I don't know how on earth we're going to get that. Not a clue. But everything seems to be ticking over rather nicely, I have to say. Very impressed. Everybody's getting involved, doing their thing. Enjoying themselves, learning a little bit at the same time. This guy's asleep. Looks like Groucho Marx, doesn't he? The way he wakes up and claps at the end. It's so clever, honestly. They've done a fantastic job with the modelling. And the stability issues we had at the beginning seem to have stopped. So maybe something was downloading or updating or saving in the background on my PC. I'm going to take responsibility for that. But just keep your eyes open and see whether anyone else is sort of having similar issues.
To be inspirational.
So, see if anyone's hungry. Everyone seems to be covered by the food. There's not much food options. Not many food options over here. So let's do something about that. Drinks machine. Food machine. Somewhere to sit. Water dispenser and a bin. It's looking pretty good. Perfect. Energy. Who's lacking energy? This guy's lacking a bit of energy. I don't think there's anything I can do to
Frequently asked
help
questions.
him with that. But pretty much everybody's green.
Pink.
Plenty of toilets. That's not a problem. Healthiness. There's a couple of non-healthy types. So it's entertainment. Everyone seems to be entertained. Assessment scores. Everyone seems to be doing pretty well. There's a couple over here who are struggling a bit.
It seems that
Sure,
Agatha
right.
Sphere and the Orb Foundation are targeting the county's colleges in an attempt to appeal to a younger demographic. Those orb-happy loons must be subdued at all cost.
If I can squeeze a couple of
Their
posters in
time
here.
trying to brainwash our brainless students seems like a terrific diversion. I'm so glad we found a use for our horde of unwashed undergraduates.
Warning. Stupid questions will make you look stupid.
I'll stick a poster up over here. Posters down here. That is looking pretty good. Definitely need a little something up here though. Move some plants. That's perfect. Plants really rock. Definitely do the do, don't they?
Students are reminded that some grades are personal.
Some grades are personal. I didn't get that at first. It's quite funny though, I like that very much. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think everyone's happy. Stuff coming in here. 41,000 a month. We're absolutely smashing that. Projector. I can't do it. I don't have the kudos points. Except those, though. If I had 100 kudos points, I'd do that, but I don't. So I can't do it. Can I do anything with the course management?
Yes, we are testing you.
Oh, so close. We have 25 course points. We need just 5 more course points. So we should be able to do it at the end of the year, and then we'll have 3 stars. I should have done it at the end of last year. If I hadn't have put an upgrade on both courses, I would have had enough. Oh, hang on. Am I being an idiot here? Can I take one off? Shame. That would have worked rather well. So the student assessment is going on. I'll try and click on one of them. Let's follow them around, see what we're looking at.
And now for the
seem pretty happy.
called agony answers. You provide the agony and I'll provide the answers. This week's problem is from Helpless in Hogsport. I'm stuck in my bathroom. I think the doorknob fell off. What should I do? Well, I'd start by contacting someone under less anonymous circumstances. Perhaps a friend or the local authorities. Best of luck and so on.
Best of luck and so
Students
on.
are reminded to have the time of their lives.
Oh wow, there's a phone box there. That's so cool. Evaluation progress, 100%. I think they're quite happy. Let's check it out. We got 2 out of 3. I don't know why we didn't get 3 out of 3, but we got 2 out of 3. Not enough kudos, only 2 days left. We're not going to do it. We've only got 60. We just have to be patient and wait until the end of the year, unfortunately. I'm wondering whether another library would be a good idea. Very expensive. It's not going to fit there, but it will fit there. It's a great idea.
The more you provide,
Level 14 campus. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Check me out. Figured it out. Eventually. Hoorah. The light bulb statue has been unlocked, and quite an accomplishment too. If this were anywhere but 2 Point County, perhaps we would celebrate people doing their jobs with quite this degree of vim and vigour. But here we are. Excellent. We've got the 3 stars. We can go on to our next project. Save and quit. Course curation. Select the edit course button on the course management screen to adjust your student, blah, 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 blah. Piazza Lanatra, now available. Let's take a quick look at it. So we've done this one. Or have we just unlocked something else? This is the only other one we have. Serve award-winning food and help culinary students stomach the perils of fine dining. That sounds interesting. I look forward to seeing all about that. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I know these are quite long, but I do enjoy them a little bit. When they start getting really tricky, I hand it over to the wife and she just goes to town with it because she's so much better at this game than I am. Partly because she's sitting there not prattling a load of rubbish in the background so she can concentrate a little better. But hopefully You got to see some interesting footage of the game, and yeah, I think it's a great game. I love this whole thing anyway, and I think they've done a great job transitioning from hospital to academy, student campuses and stuff. Do you know what I'd really like to see? I've got so many ideas for them actually. I'd like to see airports, I'd like to see train stations, I'd like to see fire, police and ambulance. I think they could do a tremendous job with all of those things. Maybe not ambulance because that's a bit too close to hospital, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Goodbye for now.